Hello and welcome back to another installment of Fodder, where today I want to talk about the fire decks, but not the fire decks that everybody else is running. If you look on feature duels or spotlight duels, you're going to see fire decks that include Houndor, Houndoom, a couple people that bought shiny Tapu Kokos. But for the most part, I do dig the shiny, I do dig the shiny Genesect. And there's two Genesects, that's kind of cool. I guess fire has kind of fallen out of favor there. But if you look at gray here, you know, the Arcanine, the Growlithe, the Ho-Oh, just different types of fire decks. And I don't see kind of the big dog fire deck that a lot of people are running at the moment. But what I want to talk about is a fire deck on a budget. So aside from like Houndor and Arcanine, the rest of these figures have been out for quite a while. Now, I do have mine, everything is up to at least level 5 on my figures, but it's because a lot of them have been around. Chandelure, that starts as Litwick, and then Lampet. Flareon is readily available. The Litten to the Torracat to the Incineroar, that's been out for many months now. So what I want to do is, for those of you who don't have, you know, who are more free to play, this is an option to run what I think is probably the premier deck at the moment, which would be Fire, because it's kind of the in vogue for the developers. They just released a Fire banner. It's going to be a month-long banner. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything else added to it. So Fire is going to get a long time to shine. And this is more of kind of a budget deck, if you will. And we're going to go up against a rush deck. And the good news here is I have at least 2 runners. I think I have 3. And my Litwick can just move out onto the board. So I should be fairly immune to, we're going to go with, because I believe you, oh, he has Scary Face. We are going to open with Houndor to the back line. I expect Speed Form to come out, which is just fine, because with the additional runners, I've got that easily covered. We're going to run up the side here. Block that off. Most likely going to go Mega Gengar, which he does. So I'll take my Houndor and cover up goal here. Easy enough. Drop my Litwick right there. And then we're going to get to burning some stuff here. That works, because that is going to drop the burn, which should make Tapu Koko pretty irrelevant here. Of course, I have to land a the absolute dumbest thing in the world. I have zero comment about how just insanely dumb that is. Oh, man. All right, so let's try this again. Ampharos without the Mega Ampharos is a interesting decision. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. So I'm going to move Litten up the outside here. That's cool. This may be a video where I don't win any rolls. And for, you know, I realize that Combusken is going to win the vast majority of the time against Lit. I'm fully aware of that. At the same time, no, I have weight. Why do I have weight? No, I don't want to max survive. Cancel. No, I don't want. Okay, so I guess I have to max survive. I thought there was a way that you did not have to use the plate, but apparently I was too far gone in the process, so, yeah. It's fine. I'm gonna put Litten here. And I do realize, like I was saying, that Combusken's going to win the vast majority of those rolls. But at the same time, it's pretty ridiculous that... Anyway, I got nothing. So we're going to try to regroup here. Really have zero, like... There's no fear of Ampharos, although the plus 30 is intimidating, but... that was really good for me because I burned him and he paralyzed his own figure. Now he's going to electrocute, probably just flat out knock out my Litten here. We will drop my Litwick down. And now, I would say my Litwick should... Like, I'm just not going to win any rolls at all. Like, none. I'm honestly surprised I didn't roll miss or white there. And yes, we're going to take that evolution. It's crazy, man. I mean, this deck really should be better than it is showing. I could have branded him, I guess, by hopping over, but I didn't necessarily see a point there. Rainbow Wing, maybe? Oh man, when it rains, it pours. I would not be surprised. At this point, I expect every bad possible roll, so I expect him to fully land Contagious Terror one more time. Oh, man. Like, I can't do anything but laugh at this point. I can do nothing but laugh at this point. Yet again. Let's just do it again. All right, well. I don't have, there are no words. Like, I have nothing to say because there are no words. I guess the only thing I can do is move my Houndour over one so that this doesn't happen again. And then on my next turn, I will attack nobody. There, we'll just break that up, but then, well, I'd get a figure back on the board if he goes and surrounds my Ho-Oh. Okay. So that's cool. Do we get a knockout? No. But I will advance towards his goal for the first time in this entire game. We're just going to go straight up for the attack here. I mean, I guess that could have been worse. I could have rolled my purple. Although, at this point, getting Ho-Oh knocked out wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because it would mean that I get my Arcanine back on the board. God, these rolls are incredible. So I'm going to need to survive some kind of a roll here. We're going to go out here so that if I land purple, I don't get surrounded. Hey, we got a knockout. Yay, we got 2 knockouts. Let's set up the surround. He could go Mega. He chose not to, so I will take the free surround of the Gengar. I honestly didn't think I'd ever see this point of this game. What? Get out of here. I'm going to take my Flareon and run it up the board. I'm now threatening his goal for the first time today. I have 2 options here. And I'm actually going to take the safer of the 2 options. Because what I want to do is I'd like to move Houndour over and at least burn Tapu Koko. What that's going to do is it's going to allow me to scoop up. And I didn't want to use my charcoal plate on it, but as you saw, I had no other moves there for a while. If we can survive here. No. Okay, so he's burned. It's a whole lot of mess. We're going to trigger 1 evolution here and get him off of my entry point. which is always good. Yes, we are absolutely going to take that evolution. Blaziken is still going to be trouble for me if he chooses to attack, which he didn't. So I'll take my Ho-Oh out here. If I can get, like, if I can roll a couple of purple. That's game. Oh my god. I mean, I guess he could just flat out roll miss, huh? Oh my god. Wow. I was that close to forfeiting that. Wow. Okay. Not sure why you would attack here. That is absolutely unbelievable, that turn of events right there. That was bad play by him for attacking, especially when I had the much stronger figure. But I'm going to go down here and we're just going to go ahead and burn Zapdos, win, lose, or draw. That's good. Wish I had my Flame Energy plate here, but I don't. We're definitely just going to go back and do the smart thing and cover up my goal. I kind of feel like maybe he's using AI at this point, because there was no reason to make that move and not bring out your Gengar. That didn't seem like a very... Moving Coco over there was a lot less effective than bringing out your Gengar for your Mega Gengar evolution. He should go ahead and probably be able to trigger the KO. Oh! Oh? My commentary on this game here is sporadic at best, and it's simply because this game, there are no words for it. It is so all over the map as far as like just, it's so all over the map as far as the rolls, just everything. I do have gold blocks, so I guess I can be a little more aggressive. And I'm looking at his wheel on his Coco, and something doesn't look right, and I figured out what it was. I think my opponent leveled up the dodge on his Coco, which I have never seen before. I can honestly say I have never seen that before. That's pretty funny. Alright, so we get our Arcanine back. We need Ho-Oh to survive for 1 turn, 2 turns. And then I can replace. Okay. Arcanine can go over there. Now, believe it or not, my Flareon can actually, never mind. Just never mind. I wasn't going to say anything good or useful there. Oh, this game has been a game of craziness. So, again, we're just going to go straight for the burn. That's fine. He does have Hurdle Jump, but I have the stronger figure here. I do have to move my Houndour back because he still has Mega Gengar. And I am going to play defense here. I have nothing to lose by attacking here. I either kill him or, unless he rolls blue, either knock him out or I get knocked out. And if I get knocked out, both my entry points are clear. I can bring Flareon out, and then I can bring my Arcanine out. So that was a pretty... I could have hopped over and attacked from the other side, but like I said, there is no bad roll with my Ho-Oh right now. And in fact, obviously that is the better option. That's game. Well, no, he could attack with Blaziken and still knock me out. Going with the X speed. And that's okay. I'm gonna move up here with my Lampent. I do have the evolution set to Chandelure on that figure. Okay, get back to the business of burning. And since the business is burning, we tried to burn him. This is going to make it a little bit easier to cycle through with my Ho-Oh. Lampent was in a tough spot anyways, just because there's Zapdos back there with so much gold and Lampent has so much purple. So it would have been nice to land the Flamethrower, but we could still potentially burn with Flareon. And Flareon with the Focus Energy, I leveled that up, which can make Flareon hit for 100, which is really nice, actually. And if I get knocked out, as you saw already, my opponent gets burned, so that's always good. We're gonna go, and I'm just trying to set up the burns. You know, I still have my entry points clear. It's like this one is clear, so I can freely hop out and attack. Let's see if he takes over my other entry point. If he does with his Gengar, it's not going to do me a whole lot of good to burn Gengar, since he does have the Mega Plate available still. It's better for me to actually now move Arcanine over here to cover, and then move Houndour out to get the burn on whatever else he wants on the board. And really with this particular deck, and any fire deck, what you want to do is you want to get people out in front, or figures out in front, to burn. So then when they progress down, your Arcanine is just that much stronger. At this point, with my Incineroar being double evolved, you know, it could be a pretty good strat for me to... I probably could afford to be a little more aggressive with it. At the same time, the game just never really played out to afford me that opportunity. I really only had one chance to move Incineroar up the board, and that's when I had both of his entry points. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hold either entry point for more than just like a turn, and it never gave me that opportunity. But Incineroar can actually be quite the threat when you get it down to your opponent's side of the board, especially after a double evolution. So a mixed result there with my budget fire deck. And budget meaning, like I said before, that a lot of these figures you're not going to have to open current boosters in order to get. And even so, this Houndour is pretty easy to get if you open any kind of a booster. So there you go. Let me know what you think about the budget fire deck. That first game was complete trash, and the funny thing is I know that every single one of you have one of those games where you're just like, this game hates me. So you have to laugh it off, and sometimes it's easier to laugh it off than others. But that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is a hot day here in Southern California today, so this fire deck totally makes sense. Let me know. I think it's probably hot again across most of the country. I know last week it was over 100 in Dallas, so which is where I'm mostly from. So anyways, that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time.